a 1v1 before between ZLO and Scruffy. ZLO as Cybran, Scruffy as UEF. Put this at +2. This is a Syrtis major, so map with a whole bunch of hills. You see multiple layers here. The middle has civs protected by T1 PD, some T2 flak, and a nice mass chunk. Quite a bit of mass in this map. See basically 4 bases, so it could be played by 2v2. If we look at ZLO's build order, he's got 2 NGs out of the factory. Actually, first 3 NGs, 2 PGens, a few mass extractors. Very similar for Scruffy, however, he does have a mech marine coming out through the top, looking for either raiders or some early NGs expanding. Looks like it's going to be second air for Scruffy. It'll be second ground for the third air for ZLO. He's going to get his second factory up on the sledge so he doesn't have to walk around. We also see some NG attack move getting those rocks. See the first encounter, the first mech marine called Bender from Scruffy runs by a scout. See 2 scouts from ZLO going through the 2 choke points. There will be a third choke point after the civs are gone. And now we see Bender versus Hunter. A very even fight. And it looks like Bender wins, but another Hunter comes in. And this game is 1-1. We see air coming out from Scruffy. He's got first 2 interceptors, third bomber, and he's gone directly over ZLO's air factory. Now he's just taking air. We do see some flak coming out from ZLO. Cybran flak's quite weak, and now we got this expanding NG from Scruffy being a target. Expanding NG from ZLO. And ZLO is actually doing a very nice piece of movement here with the NG, trying to dodge his bomber. And air is completely controlled by Scruffy. He's patrolling over ZLO's factory. This NG is still doing the dance. It seems to be confusing this bomber. It is missing. We got multiple bombers coming from Scruffy at this point. And we see this Hunter from early on has snuck through. Probably take out a mass extractor. This NG is still alive after multiple passes, and now finally gets killed. This is some nice micro from ZLO. We see both ACUs going to the middle. We see some factories. Need to get some arty. We see some T1 arty from Scruffy. He's going to try to take out these T1 PD. And we also see ZLO ACU pushing up. We see a factory from ZLO going T2, and the other factory is making quite a few NGs. Otherwise, it's a whole bunch of NGs expanding from ZLO. Basically unprotected NG. There's just a scout looking for raiders. And on the other side we see ZLO doing some nice raiding with some Mantis. He's killed off quite a few units. Now he's going to go after the factory. Some more T1 factories being made by Scruffy. And now we do see a T2 engineer making T2 power, and some hoplites coming out from ZLO. So to defend the top side, ZLO has 2 Mantis and a scout. A pretty aggressive Mantis on the bottom here. And now the middle, the PDs are being taken out by Scruffy, and ZLO comes in as well. He waited till the PD started engaging Scruffy. Scruffy has killed it. So ZLO went into the middle simultaneously with Scruffy without bringing any T1 arty at all. He does have some T2 in the area, so you should be able to put up a fight. While Scruffy is destroying this gate, ZLO got quite a few mass chunks of other civs. And now Scruffy actually getting quite a bit of mass. Some more hoplites coming into the middle. See a few tanks from Scruffy moving down the bottom choke point. See a stealth field from ZLO. This is becoming a pretty nice T2 force. You also see a T2 NG, perhaps getting some T2 PD in the middle. And on the top side, Scruffy should definitely be pushing harder. You got 7 T1 mask extractors and NGs protected just by 2 Mantis. And we're probably going to see a 6 Mantis versus a few tanks. Be a victory for ZLO. And now ZLO has successfully pushed Scruffy out of the middle. He's going to get a little more mass for himself. So coming up a minute 10, see ZLO has extracted a 4.2 K mass. He's got some power problems. He just finished his second T2 power generator. He's got a very good eco now. And Scruffy's got 5.4 K mass extracted, so pretty even. Maybe just a little more for Scruffy. Some nice air from ZLO, but he's lost 3 T1 mass extractors. It'd be nice to see a few of these units from this force come out and kill these other 2 from ZLO and kill that factory. See some jesters coming out, and the T2 army from ZLO responding from this to this threat. And it's going to be a lot of T1 wreckage. Hopefully, it'll be NGs ready to reclaim. And it appears that's exactly what ZLO has just done. It's going to get that mass right away. And moving out of the middle, you see there's a plan to build some cruise missiles for ZLO, but this cruise missile launcher is going to be lost. It's a pretty big loss in mass. It's about 800 mass. ZLO moves out of the middle with his ACU. T2 from Scruffy, and now actually see T3, this middle 11. We see some loyalists coming into the middle, and loyalists should put a stop to this T2 push through the middle from Scruffy. Now on the bottom side again we see pretty much no action, all the action coming through the top. T2 versus T1 that ZLO is winning, and in the middle now we got T3 versus T2, and Scruffy is forced to retreat. Scruffy also going T3. And we're about to see an air fight. It looks like ZLO definitely has numbers. And now Scruffy has just lost his air force. See quite a few kills in these hoplites. And after that first attack from Scruffy, all these units should be dead. There's just a minor thing. Now we see 3 loyalists coming through the bottom. We're going to take out a T1 force. And in the middle there's absolutely nothing defending from ZLO. He does have a brick coming out. And now it looks like Scruffy's ACU is going to move into the bottom choke point. A couple hoplites holding the line on the top. I can see them using the range. Some T1 bombers coming getting shot down pretty quickly by Scruffy. And now a single brick moving into the middle. On the bottom we see a loyalist retreating, so shields in T2 causing T3 to retreat. And now it's nice placement on T3 Arty. All these units at the mercy of this T3 Arty, just going to lob shells down. That was a very nice shot. To see 22 kills on this T3 Arty already, and a brick is going to hold down the line. A lot of firepower. 37 kills on this Arty and 2 bricks. Excellent use of T3 from Scruffy. And now the Unfortunately, that already is taken out. On the bottom we see a nice push, T2 push from Scruffy, but a brick is going to stop it. We also see some T3 Arty in that area as well, and now we see a victory for Scruffy on the top. We're seeing Arty shooting over this mountain, and more bricks and Arty. Now we're beginning to see some T3, some Titans coming out from Scruffy. Actually, this brick has got quite far. 12 kill brick is killing mass extractors. It'd be nice to see this ACU try to take out this brick. Now Titan versus a brick and a whole bunch of units. And finally the ACU overcharges it. On the bottom a 26 kill brick, and through the top a 13 kill and a 14 kill, 2 bricks. And now we're seeing the NGs following up this force, getting all that mass. It's not a good situation for Scruffy at this point. See, these bricks are just way too good. Really the only way to counter at this point from UEF would be the Perseus. Now we see the T3 Arty guarded by bricks. This is excellent use of units. (16, 30 kills). And on the bottom, ZLO seems like he should be pushing, but he's not. I see these Titans going to their death. 34 kills and 20 kills. You see this T3 already being very devastating. Now push back from Scruffy with some mongoose. Now this bottom brick is going to move into position. So maybe for symmetry it would be nice to see another Arty through the middle. We see Arty on the bottom, in the middle, and on the top. Yeah, we need Arty on the top. Looks like Scruffy has got a nice air force. And some units just got around this brick. I'm going to start killing NGs. That's a little bit of a disaster. This brick's going to try to recover. And now a well-placed PD should stop that push. And on the other side we see 2 bricks, 47 kills for one, 32 for the other, moving deep into Scruffy's base. See some more bricks following up. See a nice group of T2 gunships, and that seems to be the plan for Scruffy. He definitely has enough air to control air. And now the T3 factory from Scruffy could be in trouble. You see a pretty large group of T2 gunships. They're going to be looking for ZLO's ACU. However, ZLO does have T3 air. That's going to be bad news for those gunships. They die very quickly. Pretty massive air fight, and it does look like Scruffy had quite a bit of T1, but now we see his ACU running away from loyalists and bricks. An overcharge from Scruffy. Now he's run into a corner. His base is getting absolutely decimated. Now we see some whalers, some T3 air. On the bottom, bricks moving in as well. So a very good display of Cybran from ZLO in this one.